everything you need to know about the 2021 BMW M340i xDrive M Performance Edition. My name's Denver, I'm a client advisor here at Parkview BMW in Toronto, Canada, and today I'm going to take you through the M340 M Performance Edition vehicle. Now, what makes this car so special compared to a normal M340, you might ask? The reason is all the M Performance parts. So this car has an added forged M Performance wheels, M Performance front splitter, black bumper content, as well as the M Performance side skirts, rear lip, and the rear diffuser. The M Performance Edition M340 also is going to include individual paintwork that was previously unavailable on all G20 3 Series. And you're going to get three options for the individual paintwork. You have San Marino blue, which you see here. You're going to have Nardo gray and frozen black. There is also the option for a black sapphire if you don't want to go the individual paint option way. So besides the individual paintwork and all of the M Performance parts, on this vehicle you're also going to get the Premium Enhanced package, which is going to include the automatic trunk, universal remote control, which is the garage door opener, comfort door access, lumbar support, leatherette dashboard, rear heated seats, ambient lighting, heads-up display, Harman Kardon sound system, wireless charging tray, and a Wi-Fi hotspot. Just a ton of options. And then on top of that, there's a lot of additional options that they add, such as the adaptive M suspension, the M technology package, which that one's a big one. So it's going to include 26mm bigger front brake disc, as well as an extra engine oil cooler for more track use and everything, because this is an M Performance Edition, as well as galvanic controls, and then the M seat belts. M seat belts are another feature that aren't available on any other G20 3 Series. It's also going to include the BMW laser light headlights, the parking assistant with surround view camera, so the 360 cameras and the self-parking feature, BMW drive recorder, which uses those 360 cameras, so if you're in the event of an accident, it remembers 20 seconds before and after your accident, as well as the high gloss black exterior content for the tailpipes and the front grille, and then the aluminum fabric trim on the interior, as well as individual Marino leather is automatically included in all of these packages. And for the individual Marino leather, you're going to have three options. You have the Fiona red and black, the blue and black, and then the full black leather interior. Now, of course, this M Performance Edition does come at a better price point compared to individually adding all of these options out. And it equals out to be an enhanced value of $6,455 compared to if you wanted to add in all these M Performance Edition parts and all of the additional equipment. But even if you bought all your M Performance Edition parts from the parts counter and had them installed on your car, there's a couple things that you won't even be able to order without this M Performance Edition package, and that's going to be your individual paintwork. So that's San Marino blue, Nardo gray, and the frozen black. Can't get that unless you're with an M Performance Edition, as well as the M seatbelts on the interior. Those options are only going to be available with this M Performance Edition M340. Now, this vehicle did go into production for November 2020. That's why I have one right behind me. It's the first and only one that I have in stock. We have a couple more incoming. I know my manager, Wesley, he's going to want one of those Nardo gray for his next demo. And then this vehicle is going to end production in November 2021. So you can still order this and customize which color options you want for your interior and your exterior, but everything else is locked in place. Okay, so I am going to get into a walk around of this M340, but before I do that, please make sure you like and subscribe to this video, as it does help my channel grow and helps me bring you guys more BMW content and more BMW news, and allows my managers to be happy with me clearing out this whole M Performance showroom in order to showcase this vehicle. And I'm going to go through a full walk around of the vehicle, and then I'm also going to start up the engine so you guys can hear the M Performance exhaust, which, now that I realize I didn't even mention that earlier in the video, on top of all those other M Performance parts, you're also getting the M Performance exhaust system. Okay, so let's start the walk around for this M340 M Performance Edition. Now, as you can see, the paint color San Marino blue is absolutely amazing. And if you see this color on a G20 3 Series, you automatically know it's an M Performance Edition because you cannot get this individual paint work without having this package. If you also see Nardo Gray or the Frozen Black, you automatically know it's an M Performance Edition M340. Now, the other thing that sticks out to me the most is these 20-inch M Performance Y-spoke 795M style rims that you can get. So in the front, we're going to be rocking 225, 35, 20 tires, and then in the rear, they are going to be 255, 30 R20s with wrapped around P0 Pirelli Performance run flat tires. Now at the back here, you will notice the blue brake calipers that come with this vehicle, and I have noticed that compared to the last M340, the last generation, it did have a fixed caliper design, and now the new BMWs do have a floating caliper in the rear, no matter which one it is. And the reason for this is the design that BMW incorporated with their electronic parking brakes. You don't have the pull handle anymore, you do have just a little button. In order for that mechanism to work, it needed a floating caliper instead of a fixed caliper. So that's why BMW has went back to a floating caliper in the rear instead of the fixed caliper that you're seeing on all of the older M Performance brake kits. Now back into the front, not only do you have the M Performance forged aluminum wheels, but you're also going to have bigger brake discs. So now it's 374 millimeter brake discs in the front, 26 millimeters bigger than a normal M340. And the reason for this is for the track. So you're going to have enhanced cooling for it. Part of that package is also going to include an engine cooler that's added in there so that when you're running laps and doing track times and everything, brakes aren't going to have fade as longer, and you're going to have more cooling for your engine. Now coming around, you do see the BMW laser light headlights. Absolutely spectacular lights. You have so much vision. If you're ever driving outside of a city, you're on back roads or anything like that, where you don't have any street lamps around, for most of my customers, if you live in the city, you don't really drive out, I don't really recommend spending the extra money for the laser headlights, although they do look fantastic. But everybody's, price conscious in mind. But if you're outside the city, absolutely recommend, because the amount of light, how far this is going to go is incredible. And then part of the laser light package is going to be the automatic high beam function. So you can click it on. If somebody is coming in front of you, automatically turns it off, and then once they pass you, turns your headlights back on. Now going down below the laser headlights, we now have black content in the bumper grille here instead of that cerulean gray where you'd normally find on the M340. And then just below that, you have the M Performance front spoiler, which looks so aggressive. And then it has this nice gap in between the actual bumper, really, really aggressive. And then you have the mesh, blacked out mesh down here as well. And you can even see here, there's a little tab, if you look closely, where if the vehicle had the advanced driver's assist package, you would mount in that sensor for that active stop and go cruise control. And then you have your kidney grills. Now, instead of it being the traditional BMW slats, BMW has now moved over to these mesh grills with a lot of their M lights, as I'd like to call them. So the M340, M440, all of those are going to have this mesh grill, blacked out as well. And behind there, you can see some paneling. So these are actually active vents. So in the winter time, the car starts, the vents stay closed because it wants to heat up the engine as fast as possible. And then when it needs to cool down the engine, it'll open up those vents. When it has all the cooling it needs, closes the vents. Then in between the in between the grills, you have your front bumper camera, part of that surround view parking system. Now this feature is absolutely amazing. So I had a friend one time, he was pulling out of the street, there's street parking lined up across, he couldn't really see out, he decided to go for it, and then boom, he got T-boned. With this front camera, that'll never happen to you again. If you're creeping out of somewhere you can't really see, you click the button on the inside, the front camera gives you this nice fisheye lens, and you can see side to side. If you are still going and a car comes, the car is going to alert you so that you don't get in that accident. Oh, I just absolutely love this color. We do have our traditional little M badge there. And then on the mirror caps are also painted the San Marino blue. And then you do have your side cameras that are going to be on each of the mirror caps. And then when this vehicle doors do lock, these automatically fold in. So in the app, little fun fact here, in the app, you can, if you have the 360 camera, you can go into your cell phone, you can go into the connected BMW Drive app, and you can check out a 360 view of what's around your camera or what's around your car. But if, when you have the settings set in the vehicle, that when you lock your car doors, the mirror automatically folds in, when you go into your app, that service is gonna be unavailable. So it's kind of like a catch-22. If you wanna see it on your phone, you have to leave them open, but if you wanna leave them closed, you no longer get to see it on your phone. Beautiful, and I just absolutely love those rims. Absolutely love them. And then coming around to the back, we do have high gloss black spoiler. Now, if you do go for the optional frozen black exterior paint, which I heard is a really pain in the ass to wash, but if you do go for that, this little black spoiler is gonna be matte black instead of high gloss black. Coming down, we do have the M Performance rear diffuser, as well as the high gloss black tailpipes. Now, I do love the way the tailpipes work, and I'm a huge BMW enthusiast. Don't get me wrong. I've never owned anything but BMW, but I don't like the fact that the muffler actually stops in the middle there, and then you kind of have this little outline that's built into the bumper. I'm not the biggest fan, but this thing still sounds absolutely amazing with the M Performance exhaust. And we'll do a startup near the end of the video, so make sure you watch all the way till the end, and we'll do an engine startup for you, and you can hear what this M Performance exhaust sounds like. Now that is pretty much everything on the exterior of this car for the M Performance bits that you're gonna get with this M Performance Edition. Now let's hop inside the vehicle and take a look at the interior. This one does have the pure black full merino leather. So you have 3 interior options. You're gonna have red and black, blue on black, or the pure black. And all of them are gonna be the full top of the line merino leather. It's also gonna include the merino leather on the door panel, all the way in there. Very nice stitching and everything. You always know that it's merino leather with this crosshatch patterning happen. If you see that in the inside of a 3 Series, you automatically know that's merino leather. Now you're also gonna get the galvanic controls that come on this vehicle. So all of your control buttons right here for your door handle, your window, mirror controls, everything like that, it's gonna be this galvanic silver color instead of black plastic. And then this vehicle also has part of the enhanced package, your ambient lighting, which is on your door panel, gonna be right here. And then if your door is open, this thing flashes red so that pedestrians or bicyclists can see that your car door is opening and that you're letting warn so you can't drive away with the door opening. And then you're also gonna get an M340 door sill. That's the same as a normal M340. Same with your M Performance brake pedals. Nothing's changed there. On your seat, you do have lots of adjustability, as well as my favorite, the bolstering adjustability on the side. So if you're a smaller person, you can adjust that and it'll hug you in even more. And then part of that premium enhanced package, you're also gonna get the Harman Kardon sound system, which is BMW's 2nd tier sound system. I have our normal hi-fi speakers, Harman Kardon, and then the Bowers & Winkles full surround view, diamond, blah, blah, blah. Now on the interior, oh, these merino seats are very, very, very comfortable. Absolutely the best that you can get in here. Now you will see you do have a little bit of a panel down here that you can check out all of your light controls. I'm not gonna go too much into the details. If you wanna see a really, really detailed M340 walk around and everything like that, go ahead and check my profile. I'm gonna be uploading one of those soon. So depending on when you watch this, it might be up or it might not, but go ahead and check my YouTube page. You'll see an M340, just go ahead and search for it. Full walk around and then everything you need to know. But I'm gonna focus on the M Performance Editions, everything that you're gonna get that's unique compared to, say, a normal M340. Now another one of those things is going to be the seat belts. These M Performance seat belts, or the M seat belts that you find on previous cars, only available with this M Performance Edition. It's not an optional option that you can get on a normal M340 if you want to do a factory order. The only way you're getting these seat belts is on M Performance Edition. So if you see any of those 3 individual paintworks on the exterior or a black sapphire with these belts, you know it's an M Performance Edition M340. Then on the interior as well, you do have your M Performance steering wheel, cruise control on the left, infotainment system on the right, full digital gauge cluster, your infotainment system, Down below, hazards, quick setting button to all of your safety systems, all of your climate control buttons, and then your BMW 1 through 8. I love these buttons because they're not just your radios. You can program these into whatever you want. So in my car, 1 is my home, so anytime I click that, automatically navigates me home. 2 is work, 3 is my preset, and 4 is the sport gauges, which I absolutely love. I love how BMW puts in the sport gauge. You can see how much horsepower you're running, how much torque. You can see the G-forces you're taking during a corner, during braking, during acceleration. And then launch control, you can watch the G-forces with that. All of these cars come standard with launch control. So you have a BMW, you have paddle shifters, you have launch control. You do have to get past the 2,000 kilometer wear-in mark in order to properly utilize that feature. And then once you're past there, watch another video on how to do launch control, but basically put it into sport mode, gas, brake at the same time, and this car will launch you off the start. And then you'll be winning races from red light to red light. Let's see, so on the interior here, you do have this aluminum mesh interior. The normal one is the like hexagon, something like that, trim that you would get for a normal M340. And then this one is the aluminum fabric, which adds a really nice layer to the interior. I think this is my second favorite trim, only second to the carbon fiber. You just can't beat a carbon fiber trim option. And then on the down here is going to be your transmission controller, the buttons for your traction control. This is the 360 button, so when you're in drive and you click this button, that front camera is going to pop up on the screen. You'll be able to see what's in front of your vehicle. Now, on the M340 for 2021, there is a little bit of a change here compared to a 2020 model. So if you had a 2020 M340, you're going to have a little button right beside the shifter here. And what that was for was the automatic start engine stop button. But for the new 2021, you now have this 48 volt mild hybrid technology that's like a starter generator. So you can't even control that anymore. If you're in either comfort or eco mode, as you're coming to a stop, after you get down below 15 kilometers an hour, the engine's automatically going to shut off for you. You can't change it. And then when you are releasing your, not releasing, but when you step on the gas pedal, you're actually, the first initial launch of the car is going to be on pure electricity. Now, it does that to help you save fuel, but if you're in sport mode, it gives you an 11 horsepower boost off of the launch control, which is absolutely amazing. So you're going to hit gas and electric when you're in launch control, which is so cool. So if you're in sport mode, it just automatically deactivates the auto engine stop, but if you're in comfort or eco, it activates automatically for you. And then coming down, you have your engine start button, your sport, your comfort, your eco mode, and then below that, you're going to have adaptive. So if you don't have the M Performance adaptive suspension, not the M Performance, but just the M adaptive suspension, you won't have that button. So what that button is it's going to be adaptive mode. So the car is going to adapt to how you drive. So the suspension, the engine, everything like that is going to work together so that if you're on the highway, it's going to make it comfortable. And if you're on windy, twisty roads, it's going to stiffen the suspension, give it more sportier input to the engine, and it's going to adapt to your driving style, which is absolutely amazing. And then coming down, you have your auto hold feature. Like I talked about with the brakes, this is now your parking brake system with this button. You pull up, it goes red, your parking brake's locked. But when you're normally driving, you just leave it on auto H, and then you're taking your foot off the brake at a red light. It automatically holds it there for you. When you touch the gas pedal, it releases, and you go forward. And then in the center console here, you do have a USB-C charging port, lots of space. Now, when you flip that flap up, you do have your wireless charging tray and a normal USB port, as well as your 2 cup holders. Cool thing about your wireless charging tray is you're going to get a digital key card and a digital key card that you can put into your phone, so you can unlock and lock your door without even using your key fob. You can use your phone to do it and then start your engine with your phone, which is pretty cool. If you want to know all the details about that feature, just check my channel. I'm sure I have a video up there by now of all the features for a digital key. And then that's pretty much it at the front. Now let's check out the rear. Full Marino seats in the back. And I mean, I'm a full-size adult and I have plenty of space back here. The 3 Series, it's almost like the older 5 Series now, how spacious these are, especially with the M340, the engine that you get, the B58, so much horsepower, so much potential with these cars. And in the back here, you do have your heated seats, separate climate control, and 2 USB-C charging ports, because in about 2-3 years, those are only going to be the relevant ones. So BMW is really ahead of their time putting USB-C ports in all of their cars. Oh man, this merino leather in the back is actually comfortable. This could be the most comfortable Uber, if that's what you want to do with this car. The fastest and the most comfortable Uber. And then yeah, you have 3 seatbelts back here. All of them are going to have the M Performance stitching. And And then with the trunk, if you did have the key, if I had the key on me, I could just simply kick this open, but I can't, so we're just gonna click that once. Automatic power trunk. And we do have the standard floor mats that come with the vehicle. So all of your 3 Series, everything's gonna come with the carpet mats, and then the rubber mats, our dealership, we automatically build those into our vehicles, but it is an extra cost that you have to pay for. Now let's see. Nothing really special about those. And yeah, that's just your standard M340 trunk, and then your close buttons here. So other than that, nothing really too special. So just to recap, the M340 M Performance Edition, you're gonna get the front spoiler, the front lip, the high gloss black grille content, high gloss black grille, the side skirt, the M Performance wheels, and the rear spoiler, rear diffuser, and the M Performance exhaust. So before we start this up and listen to what the M Performance exhaust sounds like, when we pop the hood and check out the B58 engine. Now, the most important feature underneath here is going to be this little blue cap. If you're like 99% of the people, all you really care about is filling up your washer fluid in the winter time when it does run out. If you're a performance head like me, you'd love to see everything. BMW now does put a nice big cover over here. I do like how on the lids here, they always have little markings on top of their cover so that you can see how many cylinders the engine has. And then if you have been following BMW for a long time and you know a lot about their engines, you will know that previous engines used to be on a slant built in there, and then this would always be super tight along the exhaust bay, and the interior would be a little bit more open over here. Now, all the new engines, this B58 engine is just straight vertical, and you have a lot of space down the side. As you can see, the turbocharger unit there, 383 horsepower power. So let's close the hood. Let's do an engine startup, and let's hear what this thing sounds like. Oh my God, this thing sounds absolutely amazing. My manager, Min, he has the M Performance exhaust on his 340. Every time he drives by me, I just love the sound of it, but I haven't experienced like echoing in the room like that. That just sounded absolutely amazing. Whew. Okay, so that's basically everything that you need to know about this M Performance 2021 M340 M Performance Edition. Now, if you are interested in purchasing one, Canadian, the starting MSRP is $80,990. And if you're in Toronto, Canada, make sure you contact me and I'll hook you up with an excellent deal and the best purchase experience you've ever had with BMW. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help my YouTube channel grow. Like this video, helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and then subscribing, liking, all that stuff. The more views I get on this video, the more that it helps my managers make reasonable sense of everything that I do with these videos. I don't quite understand it, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm selling cars and doing my actual job in my spare time, they don't mind me filming. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing. And as you're watching this, I should be having a giveaway contest going on my YouTube channel. I'm always trying to reach more subscribers and have a goal of that. So through my channel history, I'm gonna always try to have a current giveaway program going on. As I'm filming this, the next giveaway is at 500 for the Ultimate Spa Cleaning Kit. But just check in with my main channel video to see what the giveaway prize that's going on if you're a new subscriber. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.